The BB Cartoon with Scott and Colette.
Welcome to the latest episode of the BB Cartoon. I'm Scott Hudson.
And I'm Colette Lala.
We're from the Big Brother Gossip Show, and every week we will be here on the TVParty app, filling you in on the juicy stuff that has happened in the Big Brother house. Word of warning, though, we're full of spoilers.
Yeah, major spoiler alert. Major spoilers lie within. Season 20 may have just begun, but there's already plenty of dramatic storylines. It's a split house, and that always creates plenty of drama.
It sure does. Well, let's start off on Wednesday's episode. The main action will be the POV comp that happened on Friday. They won't be airing everything that happened, though, as an event occurred that will certainly be left on the cutting room floor.
This is something CBS might not show you. On Friday, we have our first bit of exciting drama. The POV comp apparently was super intense with live snakes, swimming in ice-cold water, and shock collars, amongst other things. I know, that's going to be fun. Apparently, when Sam was getting shocked by the electric collar around her neck, she screamed at production, but in a much more explicit way. She screamed, "F you, mother effers."
Wow.
Production came over the loudspeaker and told her to stop cursing because they can't use it on the CBS broadcast, to which Sam yelled back, "F you." Now, they actually did end up doing a retake with JC, who was the host of the comp. He had to redo some of his lines.
Right.
So I can't wait to see if CBS shows any of this.
I think they'll show the first part with a lot of bleeps. But when
I hope they do.
Yeah.
But this definitely did not help Sam out as far as her nomination is concerned. The other house guests were horrified, and some were very angry that she disrespected
Oh, they
production.
all spent the rest of Friday night talking smack about Sam. And how disrespectful she was to the show, because hundreds of thousands of people have tried out for it.
Right.
There is a budding love triangle in the house, however.
Oh, I'm excited about this one.
Yes, Fessy, Caitlin, and Haley. We saw in the first episode how Fessy and Haley have this attraction toward each other, but we've also seen on the live feeds, Caitlin's been basically hanging on Fessy the entire time. And Caitlin and Haley are like BFFs, which adds another little wrinkle to the story. Yeah, they get jealous when the other is hanging on him, and he's actually said to both of them, "I've never met anyone like you before." Caitlin has a boyfriend in the real world, but yet she has basically told Fessy, "I don't like to see you cuddling with Haley." It's mind-boggling to me. Things have been getting a little awkward, though, because Fessy has been telling Haley things like, in the real world, I wouldn't like you hanging out with Tyler all day long. Oh, well. But last night, it got a little funny, though, because they had another heart-to-heart, and it ended with Fessy going, "Can I get a kiss?" And Haley's like, "No." And so then he goes, "Well, then how about a hug?" And so she goes, "Okay." She hugs him. "How about a real hug?"
Oh my God. Caitlin is one of those girls who doesn't necessarily want Fessy for herself, but she doesn't want Haley to have him either.
Exactly.
I mean, for someone who meditates 18 times a day, sniffs essential oils, and places crystals on her chakras, Caitlin is super catty. And have you noticed she's the quickest to get angry and shout profanity? I hate to say it, but she needs to triple up on her meditation, maybe bathe in the essential oils instead of just dabbing them here and there. She needs like a baptismal dunking into some lavender and ylang-ylang.
That may help. Speaking of Caitlin and Bailey hid the POV medallion from Fessy, and Fessy freaked out, spent 30 minutes searching the entire house. Well, production finally stepped in and told Caitlin that they have to give it back. But the funny part about it, Fessy is so unaware of the rules of the game that he thought if he didn't have the medallion, he lost his POV power.
Oh my God, that might be a good addition to the game. Just every season, somebody trying to steal the POV power away from the winner. But Fessy, he wore the POV necklace to bed.
Yes.
I think he woke up like with an imprint of it on his chest. If you want a tattoo, Fessy, just get one after the season's over. I mean, calm down. There is a hook specifically placed on the memory wall for the POV winner to place their medallion. You don't need to keep it against your skin the entire time. The power does not lose itself. You're okay.
It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Well, we do have to have a little conversation about Swaggy. I mean, there is no show without Swaggy P, right? That's what he's been telling us all.
Do we really have to?
So Swaggy, as we saw on Sunday's episode, he has got a little showmance going with Bailey, but he has this mistaken belief that nobody in the house, except for the two people he has told, know about their showmance. Like everything Swaggy believes, he's wrong. Everybody knows. So on Sunday morning, Scotty, of all people, he kind of stirred the pot a little bit, telling Swaggy, hey, Brett and Winston were gossiping that you guys are in a showmance. Swaggy P don't like that. So to get back at Winston and Brett, Swaggy believed that he's going to create some paranoia by telling Winston that everyone's saying you're the target for next week. Winston saw right through it, went upstairs and laughed. He goes, yeah, I'm going to pretend to act paranoid for the next couple days.
The only way Swaggy and Bailey are brother and sister is if this is Flowers in the Attic. The only way.
Yes, last night they even openly made out in the backyard on the hammock.
Yeah. I don't do that with my brother.
Yeah. All right, well, the POV meeting was held Sunday afternoon, and as everyone knew, it was in use. Nominees are still Sam and Steve.
Yep, okay. We all expected that, right?
Yeah, nothing major here. But a new theory developed on Saturday night. Winston may actually be a doctor. Is this true, Colette?
So this spread like wildfire through the house. It started because Steve apparently has an issue with his knee, a torn something or other. And I guess Winston asked him some questions about it. So Steve jumped to the conclusion that Winston isn't in medical sales, but is in fact a doctor.
Okay, now, that makes sense.
Okay.
Not really.
So Rockstar heard this and immediately believed it because she thinks that Winston acts smarter than anyone else in the house.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
So then Fessy then told his story to Caitlin and Steve, how he had surgery on his shoulder, and Winston asked him, did you get an anchor put in? Fessy thought to himself, dude, how would you know what an anchor is unless you're a doctor? Caitlin now insists that Winston must be an orthopedic surgeon who just finished residency because he's 28 years old. She now thinks, this is the best part, she now thinks it's unfair that a doctor is competing for the prize money when she is legitimately poor and needs it. So the whole side of the house, Swaggy and all of his minions, they all believe the rumor, which did eventually make its way back to the bros, right? Which is Brett and Winston. So when they were playing Jenga, which, by the way, they have some very intense games of Jenga going on in the house. When they were playing Jenga, Winston was contemplating his next move. And Brett goes, what do you think about this one, doctor? And they both burst into laughter. It was pretty funny. For the record, Winston is not an orthopedic surgeon. Maybe the medical stuff that he sells are orthopedic instruments. Did anyone ever think of that? It's so silly that they think a medical salesman doesn't need to know about the products he's selling. And Steve actually said it. Steve's like, it's not like you need to know what to do with them. Yeah, no, you do. Even a vacuum salesman needs to know how the vacuum works.
I find it hilarious that Steve is the one who created this because he is the one person in this house that is acting like he's something that he's not.
Hiding his profession. Yeah, that's pretty ironic.
All right. So currently, the vote is 7-6 to save Steve. But the Level 6 Alliance is working on swinging a vote their way to blindside, Swaggy side, and save Sam. So here are the votes to evict Sam. Swaggy, Bailey, Rockstar, Fessy, Caitlin, and then a couple possible bubble votes are Scotty and Haley. But currently they're on board to evict Sam.
Okay.
And the votes to evict Steve are Brett, Winston, Rachel, Angela, JC, and Casey. So that's the 7-6 vote. All they need to do is find one more vote, and Sam stays over Steve.
Now, Scotty, who they think is on the bubble, he's not switching. He is like BFFs with Steve.
Yes.
They are super tight. Scotty's not switching. Haley is best friends with Rockstar. And right now, she's playing all sides, or at least all the men
Yes.
in the house.
There's even rumors that she likes Brett, too, by the way.
Yeah, there's rumors she likes everybody. I don't see her voting differently from Rockstar and Fessy at this point. And then we have Caitlin, who she probably won't switch, but the other side thinks it's possible to switch her. I don't see how she would or why she would. But then again, 1 minute she's calling Sam a bitch to her face, and the next minute she's super upset that Sam is leaving because she thinks it would be a wasted week.
Yes.
I'll need to consult my tarot cards and runes to try to get a read on this fruitcake. I'll get back to you.
I don't think anything is going to give you a good read on her. It's impossible. So what does happen if no votes are changed? Remember, the one thing that we learned on Sunday's CBS episode is it was confirmed that Sam had won the app power. But there was some fine print to this. We were also informed that it's the, quote, chance to return. Not a definite yes, you will stay in the game. And right now it's completely unclear how this is going to work. Will Steve then be evicted instead of Sam? Will Sam stay in the house? We just don't know the answer to that. I mean, it's possible that she will leave as if she was actually evicted. And that's going to mess with Tyler's mind because Tyler is the one person that knows the truth.
Yeah, and we all sort of assumed that this was like Jessica's power last season that kept her in the house, where it's like nobody had any say about it. And I think that's what Sam assumes too. She's the one that told Tyler, "I'm not going anywhere." So, yeah, I'm staying in the house. And that's what we all thought until we saw last night's episode and that one word chance, which of course has Twitter going nuts.
Yes,
I'm trying to figure out what the heck this means. So yeah, I guess we're as much in the dark as apparently Sam is too.
Boy, I hate to think that about myself, though.
I know. So I guess we won't find out until Thursday when she uses the power, or if she. Yeah, I don't know. This is really weird. It's strange. I hope it's not this complicated. I hope she can just stand up and be like, "I'm staying."
Yes,
and then it just starts all over again. I'm hoping. We don't know.
But I do like the fact that we really there are some things that are a mystery to us as live feed viewers. I mean, I like seeing everything, but I like the fact that there are some unanswered questions.
Yes, for sure.
So it's been a great first week of live feeds, I think. This is a split house. You have two big groups of people that actively don't like each other. And that always creates great feeds, and they're all working hard. This is the hardest playing cast in years. Yeah,
it's compared to last year when they all just did nothing.
Yeah,
this year is very welcome change.
It is. So that's it for us this week. We'll be back next week with more live feed commentary and all the drama that CBS won't show you.
To hear about everything that happened in the house earlier in the week, be sure to check out the Big Brother Gossip Show on iTunes.